Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. I do hope it finds you well. My name is John, and I am an author, and I'm taking this Monday, as I usually do, to talk a little bit about mental health. As always, what I'm talking about here is my own personal experience, my own personal mental health journey. I strongly suspect anyone watching this who's having any struggles with their mental health, whatever form that struggle might take, I strongly recommend reaching out to any resources you have, friends, family, uh, you know, therapists, psychiatrists, whatever works for you, to seek out help and support because we are all in this together. Um, what I want to talk about today is um, just something I feel is very important, and I've been degree reminded of this recently is just the importance of continuing to work, continuing to put effort in, and continuing to be vigilant in the journey of one's mental health. I mean, it'd be wonderful, just like anything else in life, just like you know, you know that there was like a conclusion, a test you could pass, a certification that you could get that you are quote unquote mentally healthy or whatever after putting so many hours or work or whatever in. But, sadly, just as with so many other things with health, be that like physical health and exercise, dietary health, eating what's best or feels best for you. Mental health is a continuous process. It's something that you can't just like, just like you wouldn't say like, oh, I've gone to the gym for a year. I'm healthier. I'm healthier than I have ever been. I don't need to go again. I've learned that lesson several times in my life too, by the way, of like, oh, I've gone to the gym or worked out for like a year and a half. I'm feeling great. I've never felt better. Like, yeah, it's my birthday. We've got a trip coming up, and da 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 da. And then I get out of the habit and don't go back to the gym for 6 months, and I'm right back where I started. And a lot of that is similar, although I would say in my personal experience, even quicker with mental health is like, oh, I've had a good day. I've made a breakthrough or a revelation, and that lasts sometimes an annoyingly short period of time, before things start, backsliding or shifting back to where they were. I mean, there's all kinds of, and I've advocated for that before on this channel. You know, seeking a therapist, a psychiatrist, getting on meds. But meds aren't. Wish it'd be wonderful if they were, but ooh, sorry, early in the morning for me. Meds aren't a magical cure all. They don't just take away all your symptoms or issues. They reduce them and minimize them, but you gotta work on your other coping skills and things to help take you the rest of the way. Just because you have anxiety, and even know once you become aware enough of it, you have an anxiety attack kicking up, or that your depression's bad. It doesn't That knowledge unfortunately doesn't shut up the brain. Like, I can know that I'm having a bad anxiety attack. I can completely recognize that, but that doesn't get me out of the anxiety attack. I need to use other resources, other best practices, other coping mechanisms, to figure out what's the best way to do what I need to do to get where I need to get. And that's one of the reasons why I've been working on and getting these videos out, is just sort of talking through and working through some of the things I have going on. Sorry, I got a dog trying to get into under my desk. Um, yeah. Anyway, is you know, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep moving. I can't take my, my eyes off the prize, as it were. Sorry, dogs are distracting, as they are for, you know, everyone, I assume, because they're adorable and wonderful, but also, you never know when they're getting into shenanigans. Anyway, but yeah, is keeping on and keeping up with that, whether that be, you know, buying some books and whatever works for you, like looking up articles, buying some books, um, to read about whatever you have. Again, seeking therapy, talking to friends and family member, and asking for what you need from them and what help and support. So, but just the importance of, because it's so easy when you take your eyes on the prize, or take your mental health for granted, or oh, I've made progress, and just leave it at that. It comes back and negatively impacts your own life and mental health. It can be impactful on other people you're interacting with. um I got it. This is Melody. She is very cute. She just had surgery to remove to remove a couple lumps from her side. Should be just fine. We're pretty sure it's not cancer, just something that was impacting your skin. But yeah, you want to say hi, Melody? Want to say hi? Or you want to go back to sleep? I think she's choosing to go back to sleep. Anyway, um, but yeah, that's what you know. That's why I make these videos. That's why I'm trying to make those, is because it's not fun, and in some ways not fair when you take your eyes off the prize for even a few moments, and all of a sudden you start having more impact and issues with your mental health, or you end up impacting other people you interact with throughout your day. And whether that be at home or at work, you're not showing up your best for them. And a lot of that comes down to sometimes not doing what you need to do, not taking you know I've gotten so much better about it, but like all it takes is a day or two of not taking my meds to put me into a depression, or spike my anxiety, or start having issues, where my ADHD really comes to the fore. Even with the medication, not doing the coping skills I need to. Dogs, man, dogs. Is it really gives you the opportunity to, it can really, there's so many and sometimes often unpredictable ways that can be impactful. And that's really just keeping on it, keeping focused. Like I said, keep your eyes on the prize. The prize being having as stable as possible mental health, and just keep working and keep learning and doing what you need to do. Because ultimately, again, we're all in this together. It'd be wonderful if we were just a nice little island where if we don't take care of our mental health, it's only us that's effective, but it's everyone in our lives if our mental health isn't at its best. And, that's one of the reasons why, if you've got something going on, seeking out help or support is so important, because we can all help each other out. Anyway, that's sort of my 2 cents on why I think it's why one of the reasons why I make these videos, as well as another thing that can be of just that I'm working on, of being more more focused in the importance I feel there is towards keeping up work, keeping putting the effort in, and not just sitting back and letting things backslide. um as always, I like to end these videos with a little pitch. I would love and it would be awesome for you to go check out my books, The Shadow of the Past and In the Sun Burned Red. Both of them are available on Amazon and linked down below. What are some of your own thoughts about, mental health? Is there any topics you'd like to see? Anything you'd like me to talk about further? What are your thoughts on, the importance of staying on top of, your own mental health and keeping the work up? I would love to know. I'd love to hear from you. Also, like, share, subscribe, follow my socials. All of that is linked below. But for the moment, I do hope you all have a wonderful day. You get a chance to do or experience something creative today, and I'll catch you on the next one.